But it's about you right now. Super hood. So you got City Girls, Cash Doll.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Well, it's a fun record.
It is.
Just like fun, talk about the type of dudes we like. Like I used to always say I wanted a dude to have some gold teeth.
Did you really?
Dreads, that's what I thought I wanted.
And what happened?
That's not what I want.
That's not
But
what you want?
I wanted that for a long time. I want a grown man, but he still gotta have some hood on him.
Right. Well, it was funny. We caught you coming out the break. You were saying about the record, you can't raise a man. You saying that still rings true, right?
Oh my God. Cannot raise them. But yeah, I have to sing it so much, and women every day be like, you can't raise a man. I don't know what y'all men out there doing, but y'all need to be raised, or y'all need to do something, because these women is mad. When that song come on, it be like war.
Hello men, hope you're having a good day. RF here, and yes, this story is a week old. Yes, I know I'm late. I just didn't want to make this video. The reason why? Because I couldn't make the video without making jokes in the video. Some would say who cares? The reason I say this is because the first time I'd ever seen or even heard about K.Michelle was from a Breakfast Club interview some years ago, I think, when she was arguing with Angela Yee about, how do I put this in the safest way? Let's say the smell of her nether regions, if that's safe enough to say. If a man were to go down there, you would hear the theme tune from Funky Town playing out of nowhere. So because I'm trying to make a very mature video, I will carry on and address her point and a few other points where she says that she doesn't think men are good people. Now some men would respond instantly by saying, well, I don't think many women are good people either. But then you could also say, well, is it the type of men that she's dated? Because the song that she's talking about is about the type of men she used to date. So if she's used to dating men that look a certain way or are, let's say, have a bit of thug in them, as she says herself, then she can only make that example from herself and her own experiences. Well, maybe because you were dating all those thuggy and dirty and grimy dudes that your box no longer smells as fresh as it should be. Now that whole thing was not true anyway, apparently, allegedly, that her cooch did not smell right. Apparently that was all a lie and the rapper was just doing it for clout. But the thing is, I cannot associate K.Michelle with anything else except for that. So from the moment you mention her name, it's a sense of, oh, K.Michelle. I didn't know I was going to the pier today. Seriously. And then to hear her say that she doesn't think men are good people, I find that interesting. And what I find stupid as well is she says she wants a man that has a bit of thug in him, yet clearly the men she was dating were no good for her in the first place, though it took her a while to realize that, as it seemingly does for so many women. But the thing is, saying yourself you want a man with a bit of thug in him, young men hearing that would think, okay, another woman has confirmed it, that they want a man with a bit of thug in them. Thus you would have many young men who are naive enough and thirsty enough, and understandable why they'd be so thirsty, but they would be so thirsty enough to pretend to be this, to act extra tough, extra bad, just to attract a certain type of woman. A K.Michelle type of woman. One with a smelly front, that came out of nowhere. A woman that dates that sort of man? Maybe. So for some of these men, they think they would need to take on this persona. This is why I say a lot of these so-called thugs and street dudes and bad boys, most of them are just actually regular dudes just acting away, trying to fit in. Because for some of them, they feel for the first time they fit in, that they're welcome, and environments and so on and so forth. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is many men that actually have a choice not to be this would still pretend to be this, just because they understand women like K.Michelle like it. Yet at the same time, she's complaining about men being like that, and how she learned her lesson not to date those men. So from my point of view, she's talking absolute garbage, she's talking crap, she's talking nonsense. This is why it's very difficult to not insult her, to not say I can smell her through the internet and my internet's not even that good. But my overall point is, she's talking from her own perspective of the men that she has dated. Clearly she likes a sort of man. And this is why I say to some men, look, if you know this woman or that woman there likes these sort of men, and you're not that sort of man, don't waste your time. Do not waste your time trying to bend and fold and break yourself to fit into this group, to fit in, to show that you are this, just so that you can get her. You can fake the funk to others, but you have to be honest with your damned self. You see, listening to women like k.michelle talk proves a point that women take no ownership of what they do. They see no issue at all or problem in the things that they do. They think the issue is all us as men. It's just us as men. And we as men have to adjust and fit into the mold that they want. And many men do this. Good to you. Women talk about the things that they want that would be better for them. That doesn't mean it's better for you as a man. This is why the focus I tell to you as a modern man is to look at your life and to understand what is important in your life. Is working hard to secure your life an important thing, or is chasing the box the important thing? No matter how fresh or funky that box may be. As a man, the choice is yours. You can listen to women talk nonsense about they don't think men are good people when they only date one sort of man and assume one sort of man is all men, and that men that aren't this are somehow lesser. That's you as a man giving women the power to assume they can tell you as a man how to be, and that you should fall in line. The good thing about being a man is that you can laugh at k.michelle's teeth and say, who the hell would want to date you anyway? Really? I feel sorry for your man. I'm sure every night, from your house, you can hear the music playing. Won't you take me to Funky Town? You can't say all men are bad people, then feel insulted if men say all women are bad people. Equality. We live in a time of equality. But I don't think all women are bad people. But sometimes women do get on my nerves, especially when they say nonsense like this. Thank you for listening. If you have laughed in this video, that's your immaturity. This has been a very, very mature video. I have told no jokes in this video. I have been very respectful, and I have proven my points in a very cordial sort of way. Because I am not a thug, I am a man. An intellectual man. Focus. Observe. Remember. The world is yours. Have a nice day.